Hi there friends, how you doing? So today I want to share with you how you can create your first offer. So if you are just starting out and you feel stuck creating your online course and getting it going, etc., many times it's what I see is that 7 or 8 times out of 10 it's because someone has skipped the part of doing coaching first. It's much harder to create a successful online course than to do online coaching. The reason for that is that when you're coaching someone, you can go back and forward, you can get feedback on what you're suggesting, and you can listen much more and just guide the other person more than actually teaching them something. So if you can't help someone through coaching, it's going to be much harder to help them through an online course. Therefore, you want to get that experience first, and that makes, because it's so much easier to help people, it's also so much easier to get testimonials. And when you get testimonials, that makes it so much easier for you to then offer your other services, your course or group coaching or whatever it is, because you can just show people that, hey, when people work with me directly, they are happy and they get these results, etc. So I thought I wanted to share this with you, how you can get started if you're feeling stuck, if you feel like you're not moving forward, etc. How you can just get a lot of video testimonials really fast, how you can get better at your craft, how you can basically create a better course, how you can create free content, position yourself correctly, grow your audience, grow your network, all sorts of benefits through this strategy that I want to share with you now. So how do we do this? Okay, so the first thing is we're going to switch screen. Then I'm going to show you. So your first offer, this is the strategy. You start by getting a Google Calendar account because you need to have some sort of calendar. We're going to book people into your calendar, and you basically, you don't want to get stuck talking with them back and forward about which time suits you, when do you have time, when do you don't have time, or you want to reschedule, etc., etc. So the first thing we need in order to solve that issue is to have a calendar. Then we're going to have a Calendly page as well, but I'm going to share that with you soon. Then you also want to set up your Stripe account and your PayPal account, because if you haven't done that yet, you basically need a way to charge people, and Stripe and PayPal is just the best way to get started with this. So use those two. So then we're going to actually get Calendly connected to your calendar. And that way, if you book something in your calendar, then people can't book a meeting with you during that time. And if someone books you during that time, you're going to see it in your calendar, on your cell phone or on your computer, that time slot has been taken, right? You also want to get a Zoom account. The reason for that is that it's just so much easier to help someone when you can see them, because you can read their body language, and it's just a much better connection than just listening to a voice, right? And the same thing goes in reverse as well. You can communicate what you mean, etc., with your body language in a way that's it's just harder when you are just talking on the phone with someone. So you definitely want to get a Zoom account. And the reason for that is also because you want to record a video testimonial at the end of the coaching session that you're going to offer people. That's what we're going to do here. You are going to offer a free coaching session in return for you being able to share that as free content, getting feedback from them, what they liked, what they didn't like, and to get a video testimonial if they liked it, right? So what you want to do with your Zoom account is that you also want to connect that with Bitly. So Bitly is a service for you to always have the same short link. So basically you can have the link to your Zoom room, to your personal Zoom meeting room. It's always going to be the same, and whenever you're talking with someone, etc., you can always give them that link, and you don't have to go to Calendly or Zoom or whatever to look for the right link. So it just makes things much easier. The next thing we want to do is we want to actually create an event in Calendly that we charge for. So you're going to create a Calendly event that's a 60-minute coaching session for $200 per hour or $100 per hour or $300, whatever you charge, right? If you're just getting started, I recommend you to charge about $200 per hour. Now, the whole point here is not that you're going to push for this and try to sell as many of these as possible. That's not what we're going for here. But you are going to put a price tag on your time, because that's what's going to increase the value of this when you give it away for free. Because if you just give away something for free and you tell everyone that, hey, I never charge for this and I don't value this at anything, then people aren't going to value it either. But if you have a price on this that you usually charge $200 per hour, but this week you're going to give away 5 of these sessions. So whoever wants to do one, if they're one of the first 5, then they can get it for free, right? So that way we're creating a contrast in price, and it's perceived as more valuable, right? So you want to set that up, and you want to connect it through Stripe and PayPal. That's something that you can do in Calendly. So that way, in the future, if you sell one of these sessions, people can just pay directly in Calendly. You don't have to write an invoice or anything like that. It's just super, super simple. You get paid, they pay when they book their time, and it's just really seamless and very, very, it's a very good system pretty much if you set it up like this. And then you also want to use your Bitly link for your Zoom room in the booking page. So when they book, they're going to see that this is the link they're going to go with. And when they get the reminders through email, you're always going to use this link. So it's always going to be the same room. It's going to be easier for them to remember. And it's just the best way of doing it. So next, now you want to create the free event. So now you're going to create a 45-minute coaching booking page on Calendly, and you're going to do the same thing. It's created through Calendly, and you use your Zoom room, your Bitly link on this page. And then you can go to your audience, whether that's on Facebook, LinkedIn, or wherever you have an audience, your email list, and you basically write an invitation post. So now you can say, hey everyone, I'm working on my first course, or I want to get more experience doing coaching, or basically I'm opening up 5 slots this week to help you out. What I can do for you is I can help you with this problem. I am a coach in this. I can give you free coaching. I usually charge $200 per hour, but I can give you a 45-minute coaching session for free. The only thing I ask for in return is that I can record it and share it as free content, and that at the end of the session, you give me some feedback on what you liked, what you didn't like, how I can improve, how I can help you better, and if you can leave a testimonial as well, that would be awesome. And also, I'm estimating it's gonna take 45 minutes, but we're not gonna stop until you're happy and you get all your questions answered, etc. Like, common sense. You're not going to do it for 2 hours, right? But you can extend it to 1 hour if you find that it's helpful, etc. Right? So that's a really, really good offer, right? A lot of people, they feel that they want help, but that they can't afford it. Everyone can afford to give you a testimonial, right? It's free for them, and it's really, really valuable for you, especially if you're getting started and you need that feedback and you need practice coaching people, etc. So then what you do is you take the replay from this and you make a replay post to your social media again. And there you just write a post of like, here's Jane, we booked a coaching session, she was struggling with this is what we did, this is how we solved it. So you write like a summary in the post, and then at the end you can say, if you'd like to do a coaching session like this with me, then you can book here, right? So then you send them back to the booking page. So this is really, really good, because when you're doing coaching, helping people like this, many times you actually end up, working with them afterwards, because they're so happy and they feel like it was so good. And if you've done your job right, then it's not awkward at all to ask them if they would like to continue working with you. Like, you're gonna notice it, right? Especially if you show interest in them and like, what are you doing, etc., and all that kind of stuff. Then you're starting to build a relationship there, and you've already shown them what you can do and how you can help them. And if that has been great for them, then what you can do is you can offer your course or one-on-one coaching or something else, right? So it's just a great way to get started with this, especially if you haven't created your course yet, because that way you can start warming people up, building your network, etc. And then you have a list of people waiting for your course, because you can tell them that, hey, I'm working on this course, I can give you a discount if you'd like me, if you can give me a yes now, or, it's so flexible, right? You can do so many different things here. So the end result here is that you can gather video testimonials. So the way you do that is that at the end of the session, you basically ask them, like, are you happy with this? Did I answer all your questions? Great. And when you feel that they're happy, that's when you can ask them, like, do you have any feedback, anything you think I could change, etc.? Okay, great. Thank you so much. Would you mind leaving a testimonial then? And that I would really, really appreciate it, and it would help the others as well. So then you just bring, you pin their video in Zoom, so that's full screen, and then you turn off the recording and you start a new recording, and you let them talk into the camera as if they're giving the video testimonial, right? You record that, and now you have that testimonial, and that way you can guide them there if there's something, like maybe you need another try, or they messed up somehow, then you can just do it again, no problem. You can many times people don't know how to leave a good testimonial, and then you can just guide them that, yeah, just share with me what you were struggling with before we started talking, and how you felt it helped you, and what you're like, how it benefited you, etc., right? So you get these video testimonials, and I recommend you to do at least 10 of these. It's really going to help you out to have these testimonials. It's going to help you improve at your own craft, because you're going to practice helping people, and you're also going to do your market research here, because you're listening to people so much, right? Coaching is a lot about asking the right questions, listening to people. They're going to tell you what they're struggling with, what they've tried in the past, and what didn't work, and why this is important for them, and all those bits and pieces of information that you need for your marketing and for your product development, right? So this is also going to lead to potential sales, because a lot of people are going to be really, really happy. And if it's not directly during the call, then many times it's afterwards. You're going to grow your network, you're going to become good friends with people, and you're going to understand what people do, etc. So you can send people their way, and people will get to know you, so they can send people your way. So growing your business network is just so crucial. Your business network is one of your most important assets. And doing it like this is an excellent way of becoming friends with people and strengthening those relationships. And finally, you're going to have free content, because with these replays, you put them up there, and from them you gather more coaching sessions, and that way you get the whole machinery going, and the whole thing is kind of self-perpetuating, right? So you're inviting someone to a coaching session, you're recording it, you're showing it to people, like, this is how I helped someone, would you like me to help you the same way? Awesome, more people book in, you get video testimonials, and then you can even ask them to write a testimonial as well under the replay post, so that people see the replay, they see the comment that someone is really, really happy, and that just makes it much more tempting to book another session with you, and you get more testimonials at the same time as you're doing all these other things. So this is how I would get started. This is what I recommend to my students, and this is what I would recommend for you as your very, very first offer. So this is how you get out of the starting blocks and just get your whole online course business going. So with that said, if you want more help, if you would like to talk with me directly, what we can do is we can get on Zoom. We can do a 45-minute strategy call. It's not exactly the same as this, but it is free. So there's no strings attached, but I'll basically ask you what it is you're struggling with, what you need help with, and figure out where you are, where you want to go, how we can best get you there. And I'll share with you what I would do if I was in your position. And then after that, if we both feel that we're a good match, then we can talk about working together. So if that's interesting, you can go ahead and book your time at davidvidales.com/book. I would love to help you out, and I really think you could benefit from having a conversation with me if you are struggling with creating and selling your online course. This is my specialty, so I would love to take a look at your situation and give you my advice. So if that's interesting, go ahead and book with the link in the post. And yeah, until next time, take care.